Greetings everyone and welcome to Sim Air Flyer. Today it marks tour number 3 of the Hawaiian tours, 3 of 4, we're doing a total of 4. And we are on the island of Maui today. And as we go along in our flight, I'll explain where we're flying over. My wife and I spent some time in Maui, and I'll explain what we did there as we fly over the different points. So without too much further ado, but first let me quickly show you the map of, let me just get that pulled up here, a little map, and just show you the island. So there's the island of Maui. This is where we are in Kapalua. We're going to go down to Hana. We're going to scoot over to the Pakokui extinct volcano. It was extinct 300,000 years ago. From there you'll be able to see the Kahului International Airport, where all the airliners come in from Maui. But we're not going there. We're going kind of on a southeasterly direction down the ridge of the crater, and we'll be flying over the windmill farm. We'll cross over the Malaia Bay and make our way to Wailea. My wife and I stayed in Wailea as well as Lahaina. And from there we'll go up to the Haleakala Observatory, the Haleakala crater. This volcano's last eruption was in the year 1600. So it's pretty much extinct so far. But we'll see the crater, and we'll fly down the crater, down to the town of Hana, and where we'll fly along the coastline and see the black sand beach. In real life, our helicopter that my wife and I took, the tour we took, landed on the beach. There was lots of room to land, but in Microsoft there isn't. It's full of trees. And there's very little black sand denoted, but you'll see some of it. From there we'll head out over the ocean. We'll make a left base and come in to land on runway 26 for our final destination at the Hana airport. So with that being said, let's get into the aircraft and get things going. Okay, let's make our way out to runway 20. There are no air traffic controllers on duty for this flight, so we are free to get ourselves into trouble. I'm going to back taxi on runway 20. The aircraft has been fully tested and it's ready to go. We've got 1 notch of flaps extended. This flight should be no more than 30 minutes. I was actually going to use a helicopter for this flight, but to be very honest, I am not that proficient at helicopter flying, so I decided to stay with the fixed wing. But I decided to go with my twin-engine Skymaster because we do have to get up to about 10,000 feet to go up to I can never pronounce that name. Haleakala crater. there I've said it, Haleakala. Okay, without any further ado, let's get the throttles advanced. Everything's ready to go. And I hope you enjoy the journey. I know Bozo, my bulldog, will. Okay, airspeed is alive. 50 knots, 60 knots, 70 knots, 80 knots, and I'd say it's time to rotate. 90 knots. Positive rate of climb. Gear is coming up. Make sure the gear is up. Yes, it is, right there. Alright, flaps are retracted. So directly ahead of us is the Kanapali Beach Resort. There are many resorts in Kanapali. We'll just keep it at a lower altitude for observation. We'll just go out over the ocean, and then we can look back in through our left window maybe. So this is the Kanapali resorts all along this area. And the next one up ahead of us is Lahaina, the town of Lahaina with all of its resorts. This is all of Lahaina, stretching all the way over here. And from Lahaina, we're going to take up a heading of 72 degrees to head up to the crater. So we're going up to the Maui crater, and it has an elevation of 5,400 feet. So we need to do some serious climbing right now. We're climbing up at about 2,000 feet per minute right now. We're passing through 2,000, 2,500, coming up to 3,000. Need to make a left turn to go up through this valley of the mountain here, because the actual peak is right here. And I'm just kind of trying to get some altitude before I get too close to the mountain. Okay, I've pulled back a little bit of the mixture. Alright, we're not going to quite make that mountain, so I think what I'll do is I'll keep climbing, but I'll just do a little turn off to the right. Give myself some altitude climbing to do. So we're at 4,500. Just doing a 360 degree turn here as we gain altitude. Alright, we're up to 5,000 feet. Gonna pull back a little bit more mixture, because the air is a lot thinner up here. All right, so that should give us the altitude that we now need. 5,400 feet, 5,500 feet. All right, let's get up to the peak of Kukui. Kukui. There, I've said it. I do stumble over these Hawaiian names, so you must forgive me. I'm not very good at pronouncing them. So that 360-degree right turn gave us enough altitude to get to the top of Kukui. 6,000 feet is more than we need. We were just going to level off here. Pull back a little bit of the power. Pull back some of the props. Now, what I've done, just so that you know, in the Monster NX Cub, I dared to land on this very small flat patch right here. And there's also a patch right here as well, but this is the one I landed on with the Monster NX Cub. Took a lot of practice to get there. But we're just going to do a circle around the peak. But while we're up at this altitude, let me point out the Kahului International Airport, which is right down here, in this area here. Alright, let's just circle around the peak. Yeah, when my wife and I were in the helicopter tour, we circled around this peak, and then we made our way over to the higher peak that we'll be also going to, which is a Haleakala peak. So I dare you folks to try landing right on this flat strip right here. If you do make it, if you do land on there and you are successful, drop me a message on the bottom of the comment section of this YouTube video. And by the way, if you do enjoy this video, I'd appreciate clicking the like button. And if you'd like to watch more of my videos, click that subscribe button so that you'll be notified whenever I'm doing another video. Alright, let's head down the ridge, down to the ocean, down to McGregor Point. McGregor Point in real life has a really nice lighthouse that Microsoft has not modeled. Yeah, it doesn't like it when I pull those throttles back too much without the landing gear being down. That's okay. Okay, you can see all the windmills down here, the windmill farm that they have. This is McGregor Point over here. And there is a nice lighthouse out here in real life. We'll just fly to the right of the windmills so you can have a better view of them out of the left window. There they are. I'm not going to get too much lower because as we cross over past McGregor Point, here's the Malaia Bay. This is Malaia Bay right here. Oh, I see an airplane down there. See that airplane down there? It's probably doing a little tour. So we're going to go across Malaia Bay, and we will make our way over to Wailea, town of Wailea, another very, very popular resort, tourist resort. We'll come down a little bit lower, but not too much lower, because we've got to make our way up to 10,000 feet, up here. Just do a quick outside view. So once we get to Wailea, we're going to take up a heading of about 74 degrees. I'll just turn my heading bug to 74 degrees. So we'll be making a 90-degree left turn. Kind of hanging in here at 4,000 feet. Okay, so this is why they actually call it Wailea Makena. So this is the town of Wailea, and this is the beach, the Makena beach, right in here. And these are all the resorts along here. And now it's time to head up to Haleakala crater. Take up a heading of 74 degrees and get some altitude, 10,000 feet. Right up to there, 10,000 feet. So we're up to 5,000. It's a nice day in Hawaii today. Alright, we're making our way up quite nicely. Almost 2,000 feet. 2,000 feet per minute climb rate. Coming up to 9,000 feet. My mixture is back. She's leaned out quite nicely. And I think we might just make it. Oh yeah, we'll make it. That's where we're going, right up there. But we'll fly up along the ridge. The observatories are all up in here. And the crater is just on the other side of the ridge here. So in the year 1600, this volcano erupted. to 10,000 feet. I think we did pretty good. Got a good view of the Pacific Ocean out there. On both sides of us. The international airport is right out here. Alright, I think we can level off at 10,500. That's all that's as high as we need to go. Alright, we'll just fly along this ridge, make our way to the Haleakala observatories. Just gonna go into a little bit of a slow flight right here. Yeah, I know. Put in a notch of flaps, a couple knots of flaps. I'll do a circle around the observatory so we can get a better view of it. It would have been nice in the helicopter if I was able to manage the helicopter proficiently enough to do this. Not quite there yet. We'll just circle right around here. Do a 360-degree turn. And right over here is the center of the crater. Well, the crater is down on the other side. This is where all the visitors park, make their way out. So this is the main center of the parking area of the crater, and the crater is over this side of the cliff down here. Alright, we'll make our way now down this edge of the crater, down to the town of Hana, which is on the east side of Maui. We kind of get down lower to the crater here and fly along. We'll do some crater surfing. How's that? Why not? Why not live dangerously? Do some crater surfing. Great place to land with the helicopter. And again, when I'm flying the Monster NX, this is a great place to land. It's a nice nice island to do some Monster NX flying. don't worry, we're not going to crash into the side of the hill here. We're just going to surf over it. We're just going to surf right over it. And after we get over here, by the way, when we were in the helicopter, my wife and I, the music was choreographed to all of the helicopter flying, and it was the most beautiful thing to listen to. And while you're flying along, and the music was just phenomenal. It was a great trip. So we are scooting down the side of the hill, side of the mountain, I should say, down to the town of Hana, which is right here, down here. This is the east coast of Maui. Scooting down at about 190 knots. Not doing too badly. Red line is 200, so I think we better slow things down a little bit now. And we're down to 5,000 feet. We can gradually increase the mixture as we're getting down to a altitude that the air is a lot more dense than it was at 10,000. We're just going to go off here towards the ocean, and then we'll kind of swing north. There's the town of Hana right there. And we're going to swing north and fly over the ocean so we can see Hana through the left window. And we should be able to see what little bit of black sand beach there is. But like I said before, there are way too many trees there than in real life. This is Highway 360 goes around this part of the island. They call it the Road to Hana. Alright, let's mixture is fully rich now. Let's get down to about 1,000 feet. There's some of the black sand that I talked about. This is the town of Hana right here, or the village of Hana, I should say. Alright, we'll just hang in at 1,000 feet. The elevation of the Hana airport is 78 feet, so it's basically sea level. And what I wanted to show you were the, we're going a little bit too low. Let's keep our altitude at about 1,000 feet. So, let's see, there's some black sand here. All along here. And the helicopter my wife and I were in actually landed on black sand beach, which is trying to keep the aircraft steady, which is right down here. But they didn't have all these trees, so it was certainly safe landing. And we took off. We looked at the beach and then we took off again. Alright, so let's just go out to the Pacific Ocean a little bit, lose some altitude, lose some speed, and come in to land at our destination airport of Hana. Alright. Let's get our speed down so we can Put the landing gear down. Okay, landing gear is coming down now. 1 notch of flaps is in. And the airport is right behind us. I'm going to make a right turn. Going to make a right turn. 180-degree turn. While losing some altitude. Okay, we should end up with a runway ahead of us, which it is. 2,000 feet, not a problem. We'll lose 1,000 feet before it's time to touch this baby down. So there's the Haleakala crater up there. Well, let's hope we can make a smooth, watery landing. Winds are 262 at 2 knots, so it's pretty good day for a landing. Though if I mess it up, it's not because of the winds. It's because of my piloting ability. So once again, I do hope you enjoyed the flight, the tour. Tour 3 of a total of 4. Okay, we need some power to keep this thing above the water. If you did enjoy it, I would appreciate you clicking the like button. And if you'd like to follow some of my other videos, click the subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. Okay, 80 knots. Try and hold it steady. 200 feet. 150 feet. Got some birds coming at me. 60 knots, getting a little slow. Now we're over the piano keys. Ah well, there we are. Welcome to Hana. Welcome to the Hana airport. Just turn in here. Let's see what that landing rate was. 116 feet per minute. I had a pitch angle of 6 degrees. Ooh, that's a pretty steep pitch angle. Bank angle of left bank of 1 degree. I had 1 bounce. And well, now, why would we have a bus? Well, I guess there's people coming from the black sand beach to fly back somewhere, maybe. I think I'll park over here and get away from the bus. Park over here by the caravan. Okay, parking brake is set. props are retarded. Mixture is now fully leaned to lean out the engine. Propellers are back. Flaps are raised and stowed. Magnetos are coming off. Avionics coming off. Strobe lights off, nav lights off, taxi and landing lights off, beacon lights off, alternator off, and the battery is off. So there we are at Hana. Let's see how Bozo the Bulldog did. Is he still in there? Yeah, he is. There he is. He's still in there enjoying the sun coming down on him. Okay. That's it for the flight. Thank you very much for joining me on SimAir Flyer. I am Dane SimAir, and hopefully we'll catch you on tour number 4. Thanks again. Bye-bye for now.